Welcome to Mad Props. We love that you're here if you're new. We love that you're here if you're a returner. We just are glad that you're here. Today we got Jaydon Mickens. He's going to come on the show. J Mick the Quick, however you want to call it. He currently plays on the DC Defenders. He's played for the Jags. He's played for the Bucks. Won a Super Bowl with the Bucks. He's going to come on and talk a little bit about his entrepreneurship, a little bit about his career, all this other stuff. Really enjoyable. Before we get into all that, Hannah has something she wants to tell you about Audible. I didn't even introduce you. I just threw you on.
I'm just here now. All right. You know, it pairs perfectly with long commutes, boring chores, or pretending you're being productive at the gym. A good story. That's where Audible comes in, whether you're into true crime, epic fantasy, self-help, or celebrity memoirs read by the celebrities themselves. Even that one. Audible has it all. And here's the kicker. You can try it free for 30 days. Just head to audibletrial.com/madpropspod to start your free trial. That's right, audibletrial.com/madpropspod. Because books are cool, but listening to them while pretending to be busy, even cooler. Again, that is audibletrial.com/madpropspod.
I am a huge fan of Audible. Thank you, Audible, for supporting this podcast. We really appreciate that because Audible is great. I use it on, I basically run, I work, and I sleep.
Yep.
In two of those three things, I can use Audible.
Yep.
Which is great. Thousands of books. Go check out audibletrial.com/madpropspod. Thank you for supporting the podcast. This podcast is also supported by Nicasa. Let's be honest. If your pets can talk, they definitely tell you your cleaning game needs some work. That's where Nicasa can come in. Whether it's pet hair taking over your couch or that mysterious mess they decide to leave right after you've cleaned, Nicasa's grooming vacuums and smart home cleaning supplies are built to handle the chaos so you, that's right, you don't have to. Seriously, it's like giving your home a personal assistant that doesn't eat your snacks. They deserve to, but Nicasa doesn't do it. Doesn't need to. It's a machine. Check out Nicasa.com to upgrade your cleaning game and use code MADPropsPod at checkout for a special little discount from this podcast. That's Nicasa.com to upgrade your cleaning game. And maybe you'll even impress your pets for once. Your floors, your furniture, and your fur babies will thank you. That's Nicasa.com. Use code MADPropsPod. This podcast is also brought to you by Schnabel Studios. Schnabelstudios.com has a bunch of fun stuff you can go watch off stage. This podcast, you can see athletes like Aaron Judge, Dak Prescott mic'd up at different events that they're at. A lot of good stuff to go and check out. That's schnabelstudios.com. You can also find all that stuff on youtube.com/schnabelstudios. Check out this podcast, youtube.com/@madpropspod, or find us wherever you get your podcast, whether you're watching right now or listening. Flip it and go to the other one. Subscribe everywhere. We love you for doing that. You can also find us on Instagram and Facebook at MadPropsPod on both of those. You can find me at Chris Schnabel. I post some stuff on TikTok, and I'm doing some stuff on Instagram as well to try to keep up with the podcast. So you can find us all on those platforms. Today we got J Mick, football player, Super Bowl champion with Tom Brady, my guy Tom Brady. Awesome dude. But made me want to know. You're a big football person, big football fan. Went to UT.
Yeah, hook 'em horns.
A lot of different football in your life.
Uh-huh.
I want to know what your favorite football memory was and why.
Okay.
I could start by saying, how are you? I didn't even say that this whole time.
I'm good.
I'm surprised you didn't just cut me off at some point. Like, it doesn't matter how I am. People don't even know I was here until I had to read an ad, make the money.
Actually, allergies are out to get me. But I'm pushing through. But if you look closely at my eyes, I look like I'm dying. But anywho, it's okay. I'm good.
You would never know.
Lots of makeup. Okay, we're talking about favorite football memories.
Favorite football memories.
I have one really quick one and then my actual favorite. But one really quick is the year that LSU and A&M played, and there were 7 overtimes.
I remember that, actually.
I still think about, because that was my first, my mom's an Aggie, so house divided. But I still think about that game. That was the first time I remember being actually invested in a football game, because I didn't grow up around football, really. My dad's a basketball fan, so that's what was on in our house. But I remember that. But my all-time favorite football memory was my junior year of high school. This was before I had decided on UT. I remember I didn't even have any UT merch to wear. But my dad's old employee, he's a huge lawyer in Dallas now, he flew me and my dad out on his private jet to one of the Longhorn football games. We had amazing seats. And I'm terrified of planes. Terrified. And a private jet, I mean, it had like 4 seats. It was teeny tiny. And we flew out to the game. And Bevo was there and Smokey the Cannon. And it was my first time in a huge football stadium. And I just was like, this is the coolest thing ever. And about halfway through the game, I was like, oh no, we have to fly back home. And so all I could think about was the flight back home. I was so scared. But I was proud of myself for doing it. It was just so cool. And that made me so excited to go to UT and get to go to those games regularly. And I think I went to every game but maybe 2. So.
And it was like recruiting.
Yeah, it was,
point.
because my dad's a Longhorn. The guy obviously was a Longhorn. He, for a while, was the president of the Texas Exodus Dallas chapter. So, like, huge Longhorn. But I got all into it. So,
yeah, and you really did, because then you went there.
Yeah.
You went to every game but 2 in 4 years?
I think so, because my freshman year was 2020. So the games were weird then. You had to have a negative COVID test to even get a ticket.
Yep.
And they did, the way they did it was they put like those cushion seats up like 3 together, then a space, and then 3 together. And so you had to sit like in an actual seat. Mm-hmm. So you were spread apart from everyone. So there weren't even many tickets, but a lot of people didn't want to go because they were worried about COVID. And I was like, got a negative test, got my mask on, I'm going. So I went to every game that year. And then it just kept getting bigger, and it was so much fun. And I love the environment. So
there's nothing like a packed college football stadium. When I went to Santa Fe College, my 1 year down in Gainesville, I went to a bunch of Florida football games. Yeah. I think the best one I went to, not my favorite football memory, but the best one I went to was South Carolina versus Florida. Okay. It was homecoming.
Oh, fun.
Florida won 6-0 on a blocked field goal or something like that.
Okay.
But it was when Jadeveon Clowney was like the big name. Okay. Remember, that was the year he had the tackle on the Michigan running back where he lost his helmet. It's like one of the most famous hits in college football history. Yeah. That was that year. So I went to the homecoming stuff, the parade and everything. And I was standing there, and you get to see the players come in. So I think I went there by myself, and I was just standing there watching the players come in. Jadeveon Clowney came in. I just remember looking at that guy and saying, if I was sitting with my family and he came over and tried to rob us, I would not do a thing. Like, he is.
That's quite the thing to think.
He is like, he was -% body fat, 6'6", just like a giant of a man. Yeah. And in college, he proved it. Like, he was ridiculously good in college. I'm pretty sure Jadeveon Clowney was like the #1 pick in the draft or something like that. Like, he was really, really good in college. And I got to see him in person in college, which was really cool. Yeah. But I went to a bunch of those football games. Wasn't their best years down there in Florida, but being in the swamp was like something. It was so cool. It was so cool being there. My favorite football memory, I have a lot of them. I didn't really go to many NFL games or anything like that from the North. So, like, NFL's big, but, college isn't and all that stuff. So I'd have to say I'll go with an NFL one. I like the Patriots. My dad likes the Jets. Okay. And we went to a Patriots-Jets game together, obviously rooting for the other sides. The Patriots were up 17-16. Okay. And the Jets were going for a game-winning 40-something yard field goal. Okay. And Vince Wilfork blocked the field goal as time expired for the Patriots to win 17-16. And that was a pretty cool moment to see. Kind of like any of those games I was able to go to was really cool because you got to see Tom Brady in person, which don't get to do anymore, right? Like, and seeing someone that good. My friend Dave and I went to the Patriots versus the Panthers back when preseason, like game 3, they basically played an actual game. They played like 3 quarters, and we went to see them, and we sat like 2 rows from the field, and we watched Cam Newton and Tom Brady play each other for 3 quarters, like, it was basically legitimate football, which was really cool. But Steven Gostkowski, the kicker for the Patriots at the time, hit a 63-yard field goal right at us. We were sitting behind the goalpost 2 rows from the field. Yeah. Hit it right at us. That was pretty damn cool. Yeah. That was pretty damn cool. I don't know. I know what my favorite football memory is. It hit me.
Scratch the other
ones. Totally unscripted here. I was trying to actually think. I know what my favorite football memory is. Okay. We didn't have football in high school until I was a junior.
Interesting.
And then senior, we were varsity.
Okay, small school?
Small school, but who knows? Whatever. Whatever with that school. Anyway, Monticello High School. So we get football my junior year. We were actually doing it my senior year. I played center for the first ever game against Socrates.
Okay.
And we scored a rushing touchdown, and I had my hands up in the made the back of the paper.
Uh-huh.
And this is when, like, the paper was a thing. I'm not trying to show my age, but the paper was a thing at the time.
Uh-huh.
But so in the first ever game in Monticello, since they had it in like the 40s or something. So basically the first ever game in history, we won, and I made the back of the paper. My photo with my hands up like this was the photo they used in the paper. So that's my favorite football memory.
Awesome.
I was known for that for a little bit, being the guy in the back of the paper. So that was awesome. And that's my favorite football memory. I don't have many playing because I didn't really play all that much in high school, but a lot of my friends did, and then they went off to play in college, which was cool and stuff like that. Yeah. So not any big football memories from this side, but that one is. Yeah. That one is. I think my mom still has that framed somewhere in the house. Awesome. Like laminated, obviously, because it's a newspaper. It'd be gone by now, but newspaper. I said that, and I was like, I just showed my age a little bit.
Well, I mean,
newspapers they're still around, but they're so irrelevant now. They're so irrelevant. It's all online. I bet you if I went online, I could find that photo.
Probably.
I mean, I could. It's like on my Facebook, probably.
Well, perfect.
Who
then
knows?
It's easy to find.
God, I don't even know the last time I used my Facebook. People think I'm really active on Facebook. I don't know if this happens with you. I don't know if you even have Facebook.
I do.
You do. I probably know that. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Nobody uses it is the point.
My parents.
Instagram is connected to Facebook. So when you post Instagram, it'll post to Facebook. So people are like, you're so active on Facebook. I'm like, I'm really not. I don't post
I don't
anything.
have mine set up like that.
You could be fooling people to think you're really keeping up.
Well, I use Facebook. So I tag my mom in every Facebook post I post so that all her friends see it and tell me I'm pretty. Like, that's all. They just, all of her friends are like, oh my gosh, Hannah, congrats. Or, oh, you look so pretty.
You look so
and I'm
great.
like, this is how I get my words of affirmation. So,
you do it virtually. Yeah. It's because you're young. That's what you guys do. You do it all virtually. Anyway, someone that doesn't need any words of affirmation online, Jay Mick, because he gets them all, because he's the best. Yeah. Jay Mick is coming up. Stay right here. Roll those credits. This is Mad Props. So when I first met you, I knew the energy was there. Like, I'm a big energy guy. We talked about this and stuff like that. But then I started reading into you for this interview, for this podcast, or whatever you want to call it. And I knew we had the same energy because I heard you on a podcast talking about how when you were on a practice squad, you used to sleep in your car to take the money in, right? The reason I knew the same energy, my first big job was with the Boston Red Sox. I know I'm wearing a Yankees hat, Boston Red Sox though. And I did the same thing because I could either get a place for myself and like kind of just scrounge by, or because it was like I would work 3 straight days, and then I wouldn't work for like 2 weeks. And then I would work like a week straight, wouldn't work for 2 weeks. But I lived in New York. I lived with my parents. I was 21 years old or something like that. So I was like, for those weeks in between, I could drive back to New York. It's a 3-hour trip. And then those days I'm there, figure it out. Literally figure it out. And that's exactly what I did. And when I heard your story, I was like, this is why I knew this is the guy I need to talk to, because we got that same energy. We got same, like, it's a hustler's energy. It's a grinding energy, but it's like, we got that same energy. So I'm glad that 2 people with the same energy could sit down and talk and have a good conversation here.
Yeah, that's a blessing.
It is. And people don't realize the work that's put in on anything. But I get to see some of it now. I'm out of practice with you. I get to see some of it. And you're still working probably just as hard as day one, aren't you?
Every day. I told the coaches when I first came in, I said, man, coach me like an 8th grader. You know, when you tell an 8th grader, man, go run over there and lean on that wall. It'll make you better. And they go over there and just do it. You know, so it's a steeple to me to consistently work and also to show like the younger guys and the other people like, man, this dude actually been where we want to be. This dude actually conquered, not only been there but conquered his position and to go win a Super Bowl and to go play in just a game, because it's a big deal just by getting in the game and fulfilling your dream and putting those cleats inside the white chalk. So I just make sure I approach every day like it's just my last day, and every day like it's a Super Bowl, just like each game, and just make sure we're having fun and putting the right example out there.
Yeah, and I mean, you can always go look any of this stuff up. I try not to do things you can look up, but I do want to. There's one that I love. I'd love to talk with you just to see the reaction on your face, because you did go to a Super Bowl. You won a Super Bowl. That's all great. You won a Super Bowl with like the greatest to ever do it.
The greatest.
The greatest to ever do it.
I don't think it's nobody that can.
No, I don't. I'm a huge Tom Brady fan. Big Tom Brady guy. So you're never going to see me argue anybody else.
Yep.
So not only do you get to join this team with Tom Brady, but he brings you to win a Super Bowl. So let's ask that basic, not my favorite question, but take through it. Like, not only joining the team, why did you join the team? Was it because of that? Was it because of other reasons? And then you get to the Super Bowl. What is that reaction like?
So my NFL experience, I never really had the choice. I had the option to actually work hard, put the effort together, make plays, and give them, a hard, man, we have to put him out there, even if, we want to go a different direction. But for me, I was sitting out. Broke my ankle in 2018, actually against the Dallas Cowboys, where we, right across
Currently
the street
are.
from.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I broke my ankle in AT&T Stadium. After that, I literally sat out for the rest of that year, and then Carolina Panthers gave me an opportunity to come and go to training camp. But, like you said, you don't understand the work and what goes into it. So my ankle was still healing, but I'm trying to get out there. So I, told them that I'm fine, I'm great.
Yeah, I'm good.
I get
I'm
out
good.
there.
No, I can get out there.
I'm
I
good.
don't need it.
I'm solid.
Yeah.
Soon as I get out there, it's literally the day before. No, the day of training camp. So I work out that morning, and then not knowing, just had all the bells and whistles flying. I literally have to go to training camp. So they drive us down to a part of Carolina. I forgot, Wofford College.
Yeah.
They drive us down there, and they're like, hey, you got to get your equipment. I haven't even met the team yet. I'm just seeing Cam Newton, seeing all these other guys, DJ Moore and Shaq Thompson, and I'm just like, all right, boom, we right back into it. And, my ankle wasn't all the way equipped, so I was really going through it, and it was trauma, and it was all type of stuff by trying to just get the ankle going. I played the preseason, and I was proud of myself because I'm like, well, I'm not 100% healthy, but it's healed. It hurts, but it's healed to the point where it's not breaking again.
It's not going to break, but it's not like fully recovered to where you're going to go out there and be the best self you can be.
Like you, exactly. So after that, they released me, and I sat out for an entire year. And it was a life-changing entire year, because this is where athletes don't understand that the money value, and the things on how you overlive your lifestyle. I overlive my lifestyle. And I'm not talking about, I'm at a club, I'm in Miami, I'm here. I overlived the lifestyle when it came to the buying and helping people. I got a house, but I didn't understand the upkeep of the house. I didn't understand if you have a pool and 6 bedrooms and somebody leaves the pool on and you got the river going into the pool, you got the lights on, it'll be at $1,100, $1,300 a month just for electricity and water. Yeah. And then I didn't understand that, I have 6 rooms, 7 rooms, I have to have cable in every room. Oh, I didn't need that. These are the things that we seen that, this is what successful people do. But not even successful people. No, we're good. We're, my young nephews are over. So it's not just like for me. It's like for my nephews. It's for my cousins that's there. It's for my brother that was there. He needed a place to live. So I'm like, man, let's just all, in this huge house, and I'm getting my ankle right, and let's just live. We eating every day. I'm paying for everything every day. I'm paying when we go out. I'm paying when we go to the Strip in Las Vegas. It was just constant. I have 2 cars. I'm helping my mom out. I'm helping my brothers out. Just, and it doesn't have to be in a multi-million-dollar facet, but if you have consistency and money going and money not coming in, it starts to go down. It starts to just
you get used to one lifestyle, and then you're still trying to keep up that lifestyle, even though it's not keeping up with you, basically.
Yes, no investments, no anything. And this house, you put $30,000 on the house, first buyer, and then after that, you literally have to keep this house up for 30 years until it's paid off. But are you going to sustain that same cash flow for 30 years to pay this car off? I mean, to pay this house off, to pay these cars off, and also maybe invest. And I didn't get there yet when it came to investments and stuff. So, but after that, hard year. I can get into a little deeper, probably after I retire. But it was a very hard year. I had to do a lot of soul searching. I had to do some things that I just didn't want to do and weren't comfortable doing. And where I'm from, South Central Los Angeles, you want to make a quick buck, you can do a lot of different things. So it was just a hard year trying to maintain that and also work out and get back to the league. But once that happened, I think week 14 or 15, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers called. And I was in L.A., I was relaxing, I was chilling, and they called and they said, man, we're going to sign you directly to the practice squad. And I said, that's amazing. So I went and worked out earlier that day and then flew out later that night. Next day I was there at practice. I did my thing. John Franklin was my quarterback on the practice squad because he had to imitate Deshaun Watson. And we had a Cyril Grace in there, the one that he played for Houston Roughnecks, and he won a Super Bowl with me that next following year, and that's like my best friend. So we had that situation. We had Jameis Winston. Mike Evans was hurt. He was down. Chris Godwin was hurt. He was down. Most of the receivers were hurt or down, and there were like 2 games left, not going to the playoffs. So it was like, let's activate these guys. So they activated me. I got 1 good catch. And then after that, I came back the next year, worked hard. COVID hit, but my mom called me, hey, we got the GOAT. I said, who's the GOAT? Tom Brady. I'm like, oh, wow. Shot us text, hey, man, Brady's on the team, boom, boom. Soon as we got done with that, man, we get up there to throw with Tom, be with him. The first day training camp that's about to happen, I get released.
So you get all this excitement built up just to get punched in the heart like that.
And the reason why I got released is because we had COVID. So it wasn't a combine. It wasn't pro days. They didn't have that for the kids that was coming out and they wanted to see. So they wanted to see these kids.
They got rid of the veterans to see the kids on the practice squads.
Exactly. So now they're just trying to go through the first week of training camp by seeing these guys, giving them an opportunity. I went to Atlanta and I had a few drinks. Just a couple days, 3-4 days, and then I flew back to L.A. I just didn't know. I didn't know where my life was going. I knew where my life was going to go on. I'm going to keep giving that full effort and max effort, but I just didn't know where it was football-wise because it was just like all I do is do good wherever I go. But if you don't give me an opportunity to do good, just like the Oakland Raiders per se, it's nothing I can do about that. So they called me, and as soon as the wheels touched in Los Angeles, I had to fly right back. And I had a stellar training camp. I balled every time I got the opportunity. Even when Tom needed me to start, when Chris Godwin got hurt, I balled. Led the team in punt return, kick return yards. That postseason led in yards and punt return and kick return and in the Super Bowl. And I just stayed diligent. I stayed current. I stayed where my feet are. And, the best things that happened to me in a trauma-filled year. Because it was a lot of
You were still
COVID
going through stuff,
yeah.
but like you were able to keep it together just to get through that.
Able to keep it together, yes. And then I knew financially what was going on the years before, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to practice. I'm going to go home. I'm going to go to practice. I'm going to go home. I'm going to go to the game, but have an amazing game. I could be all pro this week. I'm going to go home and just relax. I don't want to see every check stacked to the top because I know what I want to do business-wise after that. And going to the Super Bowl wasn't on the agenda. Big-time bonuses wasn't on the agenda, and that put me in a great, great space financially to do a lot of the things that I'm doing now.
So I want to just go back really quick to practice squad stuff because you went on a lot of practice squads in your career. How anxiety-filled moments are those? Because practice squads, nothing's guaranteed.
Nothing.
You could be there for 2 days and then boom, that's it. Contract over, income over. So when you're there and you have that extra hustle in your heart because that could be it. But how much anxiety is filled within you when you're on a practice squad like that? Like just knowing you're fighting for every check.
It's a lot of anxiety. But once you get that playing out your bill, once you get that you've been cut multiple times, you really don't care as much. You really more so, I'm going to treat every day like it's my last. I'm going to make sure I'm out there first before everybody. I'm going to make sure I'm out there late, making sure I'm catching every ball. Not only am I out there, I'm going to take it to the next level, and I'm going to study each receiver. I'm going to study what they do great that's out there, and then also I'm going to study this playbook so if they do need me. So, hey, Jay, Mike's tired. Chris went on the same double post with him. it's only 2 receivers, 4 or 5 receivers on the roster, but you are on the hey man, go in there. You know what I'm saying? No matter who. I'm just using names, but no matter who. Now, I go in there, let's say with Brady, and I'm on the practice squad. Let's say I run a deep end, dagger, 22 yards. Ball thrown, I snag it, I go out the back end. Hold on. Hey, he's doing it with the ones. Oh, I run a comeback. Oh, I get in a blocking assignment. Now I'm showing up on teach tape every day, and I'm not even playing. So now when you see that, it's like, okay, this guy gets hurt. Well, let's give him an opportunity. And then he's a returner. Let's give him an opportunity there because now that's how he's going to fulfill his full active duties. But also he can play gunner, but also he can play kickoff because he showed us every day in practice. We're comfortable. We trust him. That's the whole name of the game in this business, just trust.
Yeah.
Once that happens, it's just like the niches, he's going to get the job done if you put him out there.
Yeah.
And they'll put you out there. Once you get the job done and you do great, probably be out there longer, and then you get to a point where it's like, okay, you solidified a spot here, but not only here, you solidified a spot because these offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, special teams coordinators, you're on the bulletin. So when they see it, man, I like this guy. This guy's going to play fast. This guy's he's going to get great yardage. Now, let's say you get released from that team, and then that same special teams coach is like, he's available? Well, let's see if he can bring him in.
Coaches go all over the place.
Yes,
so
but now it starts over. Now you know what I'm capable of, but now I have to show it again in these practices, what you've seen in whatever game you've seen.
Yeah.
Because they're not just going to look at every practice. They got a lot on their plate. But if they see it on the game and what we have to compete against and how I got to get these guys ready, that's a whole different ballgame. Now they can bring me in whenever and be like, hey, plug and play.
Yeah.
And you built those relationships and
Swiss Army knife of a player. That's what I tell a lot of people. Like there's going to be people that are going to be looked at as higher than you. They're going to be looked at as whatever, better, however you want to phrase it. But if you can do a little bit of everything, you're going to get looked at no matter what. Because the more you can do, the more they're going to look at you.
Yep.
It's great to be great at one thing, but it's really great to be good at multiple things because it doesn't matter if you're talking football, if you're talking podcasting, if you're talking working at a store. It does not matter. The more you could do, the more eyes that are going to look at you because like this person can be plugged in here, plugged in here. You could do this, you could do that, you could do that. So I tell when I have interns, when I have people I'm just talking to, everything. Best advice: be a Swiss Army knife. It sounds like the exact approach.
The exact same thing, and I'm good off the field business wise because I use my on the field football. Since we're in one of the biggest businesses of all with the NFL, the UFL, you have this platform. So now you can take that and put it into your actual businesses because it's the same thing. It's the same work ethic. It's the same no. Yes, because you've been so consistent. I love your work. You're a great guy. Not only that, you show out your article, your podcast is doing numbers. So now let's Amazon put him on this.
Yeah.
Now you're getting on that platform. Now, Jay, you caught these many balls. Man, you caught that punt. You got it in there. You caught this over route diving for it. Now, man, let's put you on these other over routes in this bigger game. And you're going to get those opportunities how they made. But it's on them, but it's on you just to always be ready and to be consistent. And the moment you stop your consistency or say, woe is me, is the moment that it'll be taken away from you because nobody owes you anything.
Yeah.
You owe yourself.
Control what you can control.
Control what you can control.
and
Biggest
then
thing.
go from there.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
100%. And you said that you made investments, and I want to bring you on to talk a little bit about High Society, which is your compound in Houston, should we call it? It's so
Yes.
many things. I don't exactly know what to call it. I'll let you explain a little bit more, but I mean, if you could think of it, you could do it there.
Yes.
So what are some of the things you could do at this place?
High Society is just a global outlet for networking universe. It's a networking universe. It's a country club for benefits. So how most people will have you see how we come to this nice studio and there's multiple things that's going on that everybody can have their own attraction to. That's what I did in building High Society. So High Society is a networking universe that you can actually be a part of. You pay a subscription for the year, but during the subscription, you get these many benefits.
Yeah.
So that's where the benefits come in. You have happy hour 24 hours. Just like if you was a part of this members only compound and we have studios to work in, you don't have to pay for that. You already paid one time and now you just got to get your slot. So now you get happy hour 24 hours. Not only happy hour 24 hours, you get to come to the main events. different events that we have. Now we have paint and sips. We have wine connoisseur nights. We have entrepreneurial brunches.
Open
we have
mics,
jazz,
right?
open mics, jazz nights. We have everything, R&B nights, soul nights, quinceañeras. We're going to have everything, but everything is going to be structured just like you would in football. So I structured it kind of like football. I made sure Monday is this night, Tuesday is this night. During the morning time, there's a coffee shop. During the afternoon, it's a wine bar. After that, it's whatever we want it to be as the high society members, and it's different tiers and memberships. You have your diamond medallion memberships, and you have your diamond memberships. So different ones cost for different things, but also you'll be invited to different things. So let's say, what's your favorite artist right now?
My favorite artist right now, that's such a loaded question because I listen to so many different things. I like IDK a lot.
Okay, IDK. So we reach out to IDK. I'll have my assistant reach out to IDK, and we get IDK there for your personal event. So not only did you pay to be a part of this networking universe, but I'm going to throw each individual person their own event. And it doesn't have to be, I get 1 or 2 events. No, you can be, let's say you're down on a little bit of money. Let's say you just need a little help putting some more income in. With the power of a liquor license, the power of a property, the power of the things we can do when it comes to our network that we already had and created, we're going to make sure that you get a percentage off of the door, a percentage off of the liquor, a percentage off of that, and we want to help build what you got going already without us even being tangibly put in your shoes. We're just going to help you do that. But also, you have a liquor locker. So in that liquor locker, you get buy 2, get 1 free when it comes to because you're a high society 5 diamond medallion member. So now after 2 a.m., we can't serve you liquor.
Yeah.
But you can help yourself.
Yeah.
So now we have a 24-hour spree of just multiple things that's going on, but it's going to be structured in accordance to what we want as a society and what we need that vibe this week. It might be we need investment conversations. So yeah, we having a club scene, or let's say we're having different scenes or that night or different nights, but in different rooms, you'll have a networking marketing situation where we're talking about businesses and finances, 501c3s, 401ks, the works. But then also you have a barber school that's going on in the very next room that my guy, he has 10 barbers that want to be better, want to get their license, and then they go to him first before they go do it to learn to be already in position. So I'm giving the opportunity for a conglomerate and a lot of different people, different things and different outcomes, convenience at its highest level. And we're going to have it in different cities. We're going to go to Miami. Miami's going to have its own aesthetic when it's going to have the beachfront, the boats, the jet skis. You're going to have Los Angeles. Los Angeles is what Los Angeles is. Nashville, Tennessee, Dallas, Texas, Houston, Texas, New York, Seattle, Washington. Everything is going to have what that city is accustomed to, not what I'm accustomed to in Jaydon. This high society, what that city is accustomed to. So now I get my high-profile people, or even my people that's going to be high-profile or have the energy to be high-profile, to put each one of those together. You bring those in. I'm always accepting only investors from my circle and the people that I know, but I want to help them build, because regardless, it's going to get built. But I want them to come in and see a different outlet when it comes to business. Then now we can expand your business, because compound interest, when you're investing in things, who's going to put $200,000 to the side in the investment and wait 3, 4, 5 years until they start getting a real return, getting their money back, and then actually start making some money? It depends on what business you invest in. This business creates right now. This business doesn't have to wait for anybody. This business is not only building entrepreneurs, this is a people-building business. We're building people, but we're doing it in a way that is convenient. We're doing it in a way that we have our own aesthetic. We don't have to go to certain clubs and certain environments. We can create our environment. If you want a club, you can have a club. If you want a poker night, you can have a poker night. Any type of night that you want for you, reggae night, country night, we'll literally have that at High Society. But not only that, we have the food aspect. You got the vegan food and the vegan trailer with the pressed juices, love juice. And then you also have the regular food trailer where it just have lamb chops, where it have macaroni and cheese, different things. We're going to have movie nights, might be Love Jones, and everybody come dressed in leather coats, the guys leather coats, the ladies in whatever they want to dress in, nice all black. And we have different type of nights. Podcast nights where we go to each person, we talk to you about your podcast, how you built built it and what's the first strategy. But you might have a young kid or you might have a young adult or a full-grown adult that wants to learn and wants to start their business and start their podcast business. We'll have these certain nights, and you'll come and fly in, and just on that Thursday, we know you're coming for that Thursday. So I'm flying in entrepreneurs, I'm flying in video people, I'm flying in content creators, football players, doctors, philanthropists, all, and we're going to create a society built off. So anytime you need somebody, hey, man, I need a heart surgeon. Hey, man, I need to be on radio.
The connection will be
hey,
there.
Man, there you go.
The connection will always be
Yes, sir.
there.
And then we're going to have a great time while doing it.
So I could see where it came from in your career, just based on the story you were telling earlier. Where did the idea actually come from, though? Like, when did you go, like, this is what I think the direction I want to invest in? Like, this I think will be the way that I go. Because you do have a lot of different, businesses that we were talking off air when we were talking about you coming on here about all these different things. So what made this one, like, come to life?
It was really going to different clubs, going to different environments, going to different coffee shops, going to different gyms. And I'm like, I have to go to these many different places, but deal with so many different energies. Sometimes you'll go to the club and you might spend, I've been to a club and we spent $10,000, $20,000. And now I'm just not saying me alone, but that's what the tab came up to.
Yeah.
But then you go back to that club or go back to that setting and they act like they don't know you unless you're spending.
Yeah. Once the money starts coming, it's basically Vegas. Once the money starts coming in, the casinos remember who you are.
Yeah, so basically they appease you because you're beneficial, and that's something that I don't appreciate because I came from nothing and I got a whole lot. So now when I came with that standpoint, I went to New York. Kenny Galladay took me to like a members only establishment, but when I went in there, I'm looking at KD, I'm looking at Marcus Smart, I'm looking at Jason Tatum, and I'm like, hold on, my eyes are deceiving me. This is, you got to be a member. Oh, so I couldn't even, I don't care who you are. You have to be a member to come in this establishment. Then you leave the back way, and then the back way have the cars. And I'm like, I can take this up to a notch when it comes not only to entrepreneurship, but when it comes to just giving a convenience and something that people can be a part of without feeling like they're just being took from or feeling like it's hard to even go out and it's a task to even do. This is something that can be weekly. This is something that can be every weekend, but also we're going to build our people too, not just take their money. We're going to build on top of what they are. So you create not only a society, you create a bank, you create a family of network and worship, you create all these different things. So I took things from I did when I was in Jacksonville, took things I did when I was in Tampa, just small things, even going to Lifetime Fitness and just seeing their setup. Taking that and making sure when we do a bigger high society, the gym will be equipped, making sure a juice bar be in there, a coffee shop, making sure we have podcast studios in there, but also we have condominiums at the top that only our members can get. If you have a certain tier of membership, we have a fleet of exotic rental cars, and that's where all my other businesses take place. Your rental cars, the exotic dogs, the doggy daycare, the child care centers. We're going to have all that as a conglomerate at a high society in different ones around the world. So now you convenience at your highest level. I can get my groceries from there at the same time, go to my Pilates class. At the same time, tonight I'm coming back because he has Big X to plug here in Dallas. Or he has Kevin Gates in Louisiana. Or he has different people that's coming from different auras on things of high nature that we like and we'll be interested to. He's just giving everybody Dallas Mavericks tickets to go to the basketball game and have the bus outside for everybody to go to High Society bus. We're literally going to be a networking universal society and a real family. We're building a real culture.
So the first one's over in Houston already.
Yes, sir.
Right? When did that open up?
Haven't opened up yet. We're right now under construction. I'm making sure all of the permits are good. It's been working on for 2 years right now, going on 2.5. I'm making sure that everything is done bells and whistles right. We don't want no problems. We want to just do great business, and we want to have just our family just there and enjoying it. So right now it's under construction. I actually have a conversation tomorrow about the permits and getting these finalized, and then they can go full blown in about 3 weeks. It'll be built up because it's already have the foundation.
So it's coming soon then, though. It's been 2 years, but it's on its way.
Very soon. If they get when they give me the permits, but if they give me the permits tomorrow, they'll start construction full build out. Basketball courts are going up because we're going to have the 2-on-2 tournaments, and we're going to have a little fun. We're going to have the kids' night weekends every weekend, giving back to the kids. You're going to have your VIP studio, recording studio, but it's also a VIP room where you can just relax in there, and it's soundproof. 2 rooms. Then you have your cigar lounge, but then you have your space where you have a multitude of anything you want to do. You can have it a club. You can have a strip club in there if you wanted to book it out for that.
Yeah.
But now I'm letting my people book these things out, and they can have their own compound, their own way. And
have you seen like investors or people that are coming in already through the construction? Like, do you have a good base already, even though it's still being built?
Yeah, we have 1,100 followers right now, and then a lot of the people that we know and love, our Houston Texans guys, our Houston Rockets guys, the guys that played football a long time ago, retired now, and guys that's still in it, guys that we still always work out with. These are the guys that are the start of it. And then you got your believers after that. You got the people that's like, oh, I want to be around those guys, or I want to be around that energy and that.
That's
and then
the energy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So once people see it and it's built, they'll come even more. But right now, we do have a great amount of people that is a part of my culture, part of my life, that's already our members.
So you have Houston that's going to be built, and that's coming very soon. Like, construction can start, you said, like in 3 weeks now. So how long are you going to have the Houston one open before you saying you want to go to all these places? Are you already like in motion for these ones like in Miami, New York, all these places? Or do you want to see what the success rate is of Houston before you pick the next city? Because you probably want to go one by one, right? Like,
yes.
All right, this Houston one's great. LA's next. That's where I'm from.
Yes.
It's the entertainment district.
Yes.
Let's get some entertainment stuff. So what do you think? Like, gonna wait a minute, try to see how it is, or has it been so successful even before construction you're ready to move on to the next one?
You said it exactly right. So first I'm gonna start with the Houston one. Built the Houston one up. I've been out there for 4 years, opened up a multitude of businesses, and got a lot of great people and good people out there. But after that, then I'll sit down and see what the analytic is when it comes to, should Dallas go first? What's the property value here? Buying the property, different things, liquor licenses, how can we operate? Is that going against the city code? So we'll literally have a whole whiteboard just full of different pings, just like an FBI agent would, just have different things around to make sure everyone works, because the LA one might fold over and do the Vegas one. So we don't really know which ones that'll come right after each one, but I know Houston is the one that's going to not only funnel it, but create compound interest in creating the other ones that goes on. But we're going to make sure we make Houston one the best one, and then after that, we'll sit down and make sure the next one it'll just be free fall from then, but a good free fall, like a free fall that we calculated.
Yeah. Dominoes will fall once it really builds up. So is this just a you thing? Do you have other people that have invested in this with you, or that helped you create this, or anybody else in this idea, or just kind of all come from you?
No, it's just a me thing. It's something that I really wanted to do. People come to my house all the time. People always hit me up. People come out with me all the time. I'm like, why don't you just invest in your own establishment and do it in a way where it's just like, we just don't club at mixed spots. No, our members have free massages on Sundays. They just have to sign in.
Yeah.
So we're literally, it's just me. Every day I think of something new. I can't wait to do the bowling alley in the LA one or the Miami one. In the basement, we got a basement bowling alley that's gonna go in. I thought of that by going to this nice bowling alley here in Dallas, and it was an old theater.
Yeah.
And I was like, and it's old school. Everything was old school. I said, wow. Imagine I can go get a workout in. I can shower. I have somewhere I can buy clothes, high-end clothes, designer clothes, or just high society merch. And then imagine if I can just go to the bowling alley and I don't even have to leave. It's here. And then we can go to the bar and watch the Lakers game or wherever team you like. And then we can go upstairs and do a podcast. Then we can go in a recording studio in the same place. And then if I need to take a shower again, I bought 3 pair of clothes, but not even 3 pair of clothes. I'm this tier of membership. I have a whole, not liquor locker, I have a locker where I can leave my suits, I can leave my joggers, I can leave my sets, and I also get high society merch every weekend or every other week. So now I'm bringing the NFL aspect to it and the college and the football aspect to it, how we have our own lockers and we can just I'm going to shower at the stadium after practice. Then I'm going to go straight to the meeting, and then after that I'm gonna come shower again. Then I'm gonna go to lunch or dinner. That's the same thing we're going to incorporate with society.
You could see the mentality in it as you explain it, because that's really what it is, right? Everything is right there for you as an athlete, as when you get to the professional level. Everything's right there for you, and you could see it right there, just how you're talking.
Yep.
And also, it's hard to respond to this because I'm just so infatuated with the passion behind this. Like, you could just see the passion in your face as you're talking. You can see how much this means to you and how much like building this it just benefits you. Like, and as you, like, you just love it. And if you bring such good energy, I'm just sitting there like, yeah. Hard to respond to because it's just such good energy. I love it so much. So you go from football to building this empire, right? You take the investments that we talked about in the very beginning. You started to learn a little more about money, practice squads. You'd sleep in your car to save the money. Then you would just go home, try to invest into that. Now you're investing into all these businesses and stuff like that. Where do you see this all going? Where do you see all this stuff going? Do you see this being the venture that you think you're going to continue with? Do you see other things branching off of it? Where do you see it all going?
The other things that's branching off of it are the things we're already into. So when we get a private jet, we already have the people to broker it out. When we get more exotic rental cars, we already have the network to make sure it does great. So my plan is to be a billionaire. And the first billionaire from South Central Los Angeles, California. That's my plan. My plan was to be in the NFL. They thought I was crazy. 9 years. Super Bowl.
And a Super Bowl ring. I was going to say, and a Super Bowl ring.
So my plan is to be a billionaire, and I already did the living. I did when I tell you I paid for everybody. I got this car, the AMG 63, the this, to that, driving a Lambo, driving this, doing this, living in these houses, flying state to state to state, going to Brazil, going to Iceland, going to DR, going to Mexico, going to Jamaica. I already been to 32 different countries, but not just regular. When we got there, it was a black car. When we got there, it was sprinters. We're in a mansion when it's only 3 of us. So I've already done the lifestyle ordeal. I already did the late nights, show up to practice and get it in like nothing ever happened. And then you're back having a good time just in life because I'm 23, 24 years old and still living like college energy, but you're getting this fine check weekly. Yeah. No matter if you played amazing, you played good, or you didn't even touch the field or get the ball. So with this, my plan is to be that billionaire for sure. And not only that, it's not about the money. It's about building people. It's about helping. It's about building a community. You can't build a community with $1 million, though.
No.
Not Los Angeles, California.
No, not any of the cities.
Not any city. Right. So what you do is you create these businesses, you create the compound interest, and with the compound interest, which is making money off your businesses to funnel your other businesses, you create what you call as a bank. But also with that, we have relationships with the bank over the last 9 years with playing in the NFL and other things that we have. But then you got the business credit. So once you get the business credit, you create that. Let's say I can put you on a 501c3 and actually make you an employee to the high society compound. Now, that's beneficial to you, but now you're bringing members. You're bringing people of your light and your world, and how now that creates something that, no, man, I don't know how I can. Oh, you're a part of it. Okay, what can I do? Okay, now you explain it in the way.
How do I get involved?
Exactly.
How do I get into this? Like,
exactly.
Or you get the person that you say, I'm with this now, and they're like, oh, what's that? Tell me more about this.
Yes.
And now this person knows about it, now this person knows about it, and this person knows
and that
about
person might not care about PT office and massages on Sunday and this and that and that. But, oh, wow. Basketball? I love basketball. He's doing events of basketball, or he's doing water events where they're talking about how water can help and how they can do more of recycling or something like that. That's what I'm into. So I'm going to make sure we have something that everybody's into that's a part of high society.
And even if you're not like someone that's coming in, like I feel like there's 2 paths that you're coming in at. You're coming in as someone that either is successful in their field or something like that wants a place to be able to do all this, or you're coming in as someone that wants to collaborate with these people.
Boom.
And I feel like you're going to have both avenues. No matter which way you come in, you're either going to be able to come in and have that space, or you're going to be able to come in and meet and network. And that's the thing I'm really getting from it. It's a big networking.
Networking universe.
Yeah, it's all about the networking you're going to make from that. And that's why if you are someone that doesn't have that platform yet, it'd be a great place. Great place to go. What do you feel the ideal person is for this, though?
It's an effort-based person. It's somebody that when your back's against the wall, you're still able to fight. It's somebody that if you get to the highest of highest, you still want to collaborate. You still want to build. You still want to help the people that wants to be in your shoes one day and you were in their shoes one day. You want to create. So if I have 50 to 100 to 1,000 people helping you create, and they're already at the top of the food chain and wherever their field is, and they can get even higher, it's no way you can lose at all. You have somebody there. You have a crutch, not even a crutch, because we're going to be holding you up. Everybody's going to be on one string, one accord. So now, if I need an internship, you got it. If you need a partner, you got it. If you can afford an investment and that's something you into, we got some guys that has dump trucks. We have a guy on the team that owns property, land, and his own construction company. I'll let him explain it to you, and I'll tell you later, but we have these people. So now when these people, hey, man, bring him over to Alabama and have him work. He's having a hard time getting contracts and driving trucks. Man, I got a truck for him to drive, make $20 an hour. And then he can not only do that, he can bill. He's a high society member. So we making sure, man, once he gets to these many hours, this many miles, he can help you create what you create. We're going to buy him his very own truck. And then with high society, this is a nonprofit. Mm-hmm. So now when we helping so many people, the government see that. It's a great tax write-off. We get grants. We get trade schools. And now we're really building and creating.
Yeah, it comes right back to you. Comes right back to you.
And where it's not about the money. It's about the building. It's about the creating. I hate having conversations with people that don't have the mental capacity to understand where we're going, where they want to go, how far. If you have a dream, if you have something, a business, you should be able to explain it 100 miles an hour, not only 100 miles an hour continuously, and where it can go, and where it can go, and where it can go. Because now once we make that $1 billion, once we have those 20 to 30 high societies around the U.S., how about a high society out the country? But not only that, with that, what you think I'm going to do with $2 billion? Like, oh, Jay's in Dubai. Yeah, I might be in Dubai, but I'm not about to just be buying all type of crazy stuff. Like, I came from nothing. But so this is what we want to do. Let's help the people. Let's go to Africa, put a football field up, and let's see who's the next great African that comes out of there. Let's go to a small town, and let's go put the spotlight on those kids to do different things, whether it's culinary arts, whether it's football, whether it's media. Let's create. We touched in football everything. Like, we literally touched everything from
global.
Social media. Is global. So now this platform, and for a lot of people to think that in a lot of ways we're superheroes, or some people think you're God, but we're going to be able to help people in ways that they wouldn't ever be helped. Imagine, like, we're going to give our energy to do that. Yeah, it'll come back to us, but that's when you get to that point where it does that, and high society is the steeple of that.
See, this is the thing, and it's kind of talking about what you were just talking about in the beginning of that answer there. There's people that the bottom line is the dollar. Mm-hmm. You can have a passion and still have that be part of the not the bottom line, but it could still be a part of it. Mm-hmm. Which you're talking about. I'm passionate about doing this, and I want to be a billionaire. Like, why not make a dollar while I'm doing it? You don't have to be someone that's just like money. Mm-mm. This is what I want. Mm-mm. But you can still have that. Could still be a part of the driving force. Like, it could still be all a part of it, because at the end of the day, that's what we're looking for, right? Like, nobody's ever done anything and been like, I want to do this for the rest of my life and also be extremely poor and not make $1 off of it. But what you're talking about is how much passion you put into it. You're not even talking about, like you said, I want to be a billionaire. That came like 40 minutes into the podcast. You know what I mean? Like, it was never a mention in the entire thing. Right. And I feel the same way. I talk about people. I'm very passionate about what I do. Videography, social media, all that stuff. Very passionate. Podcasting.
Yes.
I don't make $1 million off this. I'll still rent the place out. I'll still pay the money to do it. It's an investment for me. I love doing it, and it's starting to show now. Like, now we're getting sponsors. Now Audible, go to audibletrial.com. Go get yourself a free trial. You know what I mean? You know, Nikasa, you got a pet, go get the vacuum. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Yes. So you still can make money off it. It can still be part of that passion or the drive to do it. But if you have the passion to do it in the first place, the money's going to come.
Money's going to come.
It's going to come, because you're going to have the drive, you're going to have the passion to actually move forward and do it.
Yes.
Where if money is the only option, it's just not going to be as successful.
What's this right here? What is this? So let's just say this is $100 right here. This is $100 bill. This is $100 bill
right there.
All right. Now, what is this worth?
It is worth.
It's $100. This is a $100 bill right here.
Sorry, I was going back to being napkin.
Good. You good?
It's $100.
Okay, it's $100. All right, now this is $100.
Ripping it up.
What is it worth now? This is a $100 bill.
Worth
What is it worth?
nothing.
It's worth nothing.
Nothing.
So we go and we fight each other. We backstab each other in this world that we live in society. But it's just this paper. It's the humility in the person. You know,
Yeah.
It's your intellect. It's your vision. It's your. If you don't have anything of that, and this is what you're worried about, a piece of paper that really doesn't mean anything. I know a lot of rich people can't get in the doors and can't get the help that they really want and to create more, and that's where they're at, and it only goes down. So this doesn't matter. It's about what you build, what you create while you're here every 24 hours that you get that the good Lord bless you with. This piece of paper, this $100 bill is not nothing right now. It's going to be the same thing when you leave here because we're all on borrowed time. So how about we build as a people, we build creatively. I can't wait to have High Society as one of your sponsors here, and every time people that come on, man, you get a free drink or you get partial membership at the compound. That's the type of energy you need. This is a people's business, and this is a people's world. We have to be good people to one another.
How many people have left the legacy of that person was really rich? Not as many that left the legacy of what they've built, right? People that have built things, that have created things, that they all had the money at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Well, most of them. If you were from 300 BC, maybe not. But like,
right.
If you did something, you're gonna make the money. But how many people that do you see that are just like, oh, that person was really rich, and that's it. That's all you know him for.
Yep.
It's not a thing.
No respect.
So it's there's nothing there.
No
for
love.
So
no appreciation besides what you spent that night or that time when I needed help or that time when I kept asking. But at the end of the day, like when that person is gone, they'll have something good to say, but it'll be like, all right, man, what are we doing tonight?
Yeah.
Man, it can go away that fast.
I look at myself as a good judge of character.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best ways you could judge a character is if you go somewhere and you pay. So let's say we went to get coffee and I'm like, I got it.
Yep.
And then next time we go, you get it.
Yep.
And instead of actually transferring money back and forth,
yep,
you're just, oh, I got this one. You got the next one. You got the last one. It
Yeah.
all adds up at the end.
Right.
Usually those people are great people that do that.
Yes.
Usually the people that are like, yeah, remember that $5? You owe me that $5, bro.
Know
like,
a lot of them.
Yeah. And it's, at the end of the day, the bottom line is just money. There's not really a passion there.
No.
And it's easily one of the biggest ways I judge a character right away, especially if you're like teetering. Just go buy him a cup of coffee and see what happens next time.
Yeah.
And you'll find out very, very quickly who's going to be a good person and who is just there for whatever you have to offer. What do you have to offer me at the end of the day?
And it don't have to be financial. It could just be effort.
It could be anything.
Because what I go off of, and a lot of people know me, it's two tiers in life when it comes to my life when it comes to human beings. It's good people and it's good folks. It's a different aspect between good people and good folks.
Yeah.
Now let me give you an analogy.
I have that too, by the way. I have friends and acquaintances.
Yeah.
Friends and acquaintances.
Yes.
There's people that are friends, and those are like brothers and sisters to me.
Yes.
And there's acquaintances that I keep in touch with.
Now let me get you an analogy. Now that yours is friends, acquaintances, mine is good people,
good
and
people
good folks.
and good folks.
So
Go ahead.
this is what good folks gonna do. Hey man, we're leaving the club right now. Let's just say the club setting because now safety is involved. It's late at night, people can get robbed, things can happen. So boom, I'm leaving the club and I'm on the way out. All right, I'm driving, but I see you standing there. Hey brother, you good? Hey, your ride coming? Yeah, man, my Uber's on the way. Okay, boom, man, just making sure you're safe, bro. All right, I'm out. Now, they checked on you. They showed you love. They made sure you were okay, but they took off. And now you're sitting there back by yourself.
There's a big thing there.
That's good folks. But let me tell you what good people will do. Hey, Chris, man, what's up? You good? I'm about to be out, man. Oh, yeah, man, I'm waiting on my Uber. All right, how far it is away? Actually, how far you live away? I can drop you off, bro. Or not only that, if it's too far and I'm going the opposite way, bro, come sit in the car and we'll wait till your Uber get here.
Yeah.
It's the difference between good people and good folks.
It's funny.
You checked on me, yeah, you cool, but this person is willing to not only take me home if it's out the way and I really don't feel like it, but you can sit in the car and I'll wait until your ride get here to make sure you're warm.
Make sure you're safe.
Make sure you're good. Make sure you're safe. Yes.
See, boast myself. I've always thought I'm a good person. And I have two stories I can tell you right now. Actually, one was recent. I was at a friend's house. He had some people over. There was a girl there, young girl. We were leaving. We left at the same time, and she was leaving. It's in downtown Dallas. And she's like, oh, I'm waiting for my Uber. It's like 2:30 in the morning. Okay? I'm like, where do you live? I'm not going to have you standing out here. I drove her home.
Yes.
Barely knew this person, but I'm not having this chick stand in the middle of downtown Dallas at 2:30 in the morning.
Yes.
It's just going to end bad.
Not cool.
But one that I had, this when I was really young. I just got to New Haven. I just transferred up to New Haven. And I'm not a big club person. I have an outgoing personality. But I'm not like I think I told you last time, what was it, Wednesday? I'm always doing something. I'm always grinding. I'm always trying to work towards myself, towards my stuff, whatever it is. That's kind of just how I am. I'm always hustling. But I got to New Haven and I was trying to meet people, and these people they're like, let's go to this club. We went to this club, Toad's Place. I don't think it exists anymore for people that are in Connecticut. We go to Toad's Place. I'm not having a great time because I don't like clubs. Just don't like the atmosphere of it, right? Mm-hmm. So it's a little late in the night, and there's this guy and this girl there, and this guy is like getting way too handsy with this girl, and he's like up on her now, and she says, "Get off me," and he goes right back to it, trying to push him away. I go over to him like, I don't think she wants you touching her.
Yep.
And he says, "What are you gonna do about it?" And I, without even thinking about it, right in the face, punched him straight dead in the face. like yes, I'm a New Yorker, bro. I'm a little New Yorker.
Sure. Yeah,
sometimes it's a little too aggressive.
Yeah, that's straight mob style. You understand me?
You trying to sexually harass somebody, you say, what are you going to do about it?
Oh, yeah. I
stand on my business.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to show you what I'm going to do about it. I'm not going to tell you. I'm just going to do it.
Right.
So I get pulled out and stuff like that, and I'm sitting on the sidewalk, then the girl's like sobbing, thanking me. The security guard's like, hey, I'm not going to let you back in, but all right, I think he actually was, and I'm like, I don't want to go back in there.
The energy's messed up. The energy's messed up. I'm turned up right now.
Man, but I always think about this because I've met people that would never do anything like that. A lot of standbys. That's the whole thing. A standby. Something you see an accident and you look at it. You see somebody fall and you look at them.
Yep.
Somebody else is going to do it. I've never had that mentality. That's also why I don't like clubs. Big reason. But this is when I think I was 19.
Right.
I'm young. That's usually not when you're doing that kind of stuff, but that's just always been my energy.
Yes.
I just wanted to say those two stories on air. I've never said them on air before.
No, that's dope. That's dope.
I don't think I've ever said those stories on air before.
That's dope.
But yeah, you're talking about good people, and I want to boast myself a little bit.
Yeah.
You got to boast yourself. Yeah, I might be a good person. It doesn't mean I want to boast myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So people trying to get into high society, where are they going to find it? Where can they find all that stuff?
High Society, you can go on High Society Compound HTX. That is the Instagram. And then also you can go to highsociety.com. That gives you the link to get straight to what the memberships have to offer. But not only just the memberships. Like we said, everything's not financial. It gives you a backdrop and an overview of what High Society is about. It gives you a understanding of me and what I'm bringing to the table personally. But also we have Kendra, we have Tyler. We have different people that's on High Society. Cyril Grayson that actually played for the Houston Roughnecks and probably is about to play again. He's the GM of High Society. So I have great people, great network, great just overall humans that's a part of this. But that gives you all the information that you'll need. We're on Instagram. You'll see once we start pumping content. Right now, I haven't posted anything on the page. 1,100 followers, real followers. Mm-hmm. Once we start posting content, you'll never see it not posted again. We're going to be on Hollywood Unlocked, Shade Room, Say Cheese, Texas Talk, all the different platforms on Instagram. But then you'll see us on Facebook. Then you'll see us on the billboard throughout Texas, and then probably to the city coming towards you. So, but those are the first things: High Society Compound HTX on Instagram, and then the High Society website, highsociety.com. And it's all on the Instagram and my also page, jmickey_19.
Yeah, and you can find those also in the description or the bio, wherever you're listening or watching right now. Catch him on social media. Check out High Society. You can also check him out on weekends playing in the UFL on the DC Defenders, which we didn't talk one thing about because we had so many other things to talk about.
Football is one of my jobs.
Football is one of those jobs that he does on the weekends, so you can check him out there. Make the Quick, thank you for joining us.
I appreciate you having me. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you Jay, Mick for being here. Thank you, Hannah, for producing and being on. Thank you all for listening. Remember, you can find us at Mad Props on Instagram and Facebook. You can also find us on YouTube, youtube.com/madpropspod. You can find me at Chris Schnabel. You can find Schnabel Studios at Schnabel Studios anywhere you get anything. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast. Give us 5 stars. Give us a like. Give us a comment if you liked it, or if you didn't. Come on, feed the algorithm here. Give us some likes. Give us some stuff like that. Remember, you can get a 30-day free trial of Audible at audibletrial.com/madpropspod. Check out nicasa.com and use code MADPropsPod for a special discount. Get your pet grooming needs settled today. Make sure you check out schnabelstudios.com for everything we have going on. Any final thoughts over there, Hannah? I know you were so quiet in the interview.
Well,
because you weren't there.
At a wedding, actually. No, my aunt got married, so I was there.
Congratulations.
Yeah, she's
Hannah's
excited.
aunt.
I'm excited. Yeah, Molly
Molly,
Robertson.
congratulations, Molly.
Yeah, leave comments. I want to read comments. I always go check the videos. I'm like, well, no one loves us, I guess.
No one loves us.
So go do that. Leave me
you
comments
like the
to
stuff,
read.
comment. Just write comment.
Yeah,
do something.
Just say hi.
Just say hi. We'd love for you to say hi. All right. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time on another episode of Mad Props. See you later. Goodbye. Deuces.